for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest.
Hey, Bern.
Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program and to get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
We are strong and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
the card-carrying fame. Get your CU Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking.
Sherry Bond is your hometown real estate expert who has passionately been helping people develop winning game plans for their home goals since 1994. Her offense and defense are bar none when it comes to negotiations. Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to seller service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
Go to where your friends are. Go to where the action's at. Go find your sense of adventure. Go Airheads, Airsoft Field and Store located in Erie, Colorado. Go Airheads and go Tigers.
You are watching the ETN.
Okay. Wait, apparently we had no audio. We have no idea. Does anyone on the YouTube stream, can you let us know how long we've had no audio? Ugh. Okay, well, I don't know how that happened, but we missed a whole inning. Well, then let's quickly recap. We're 1 out in the top of the second. The Tigers are the away team as Nat Lundeen comes to the plate. Tigers were scoreless. They had left 2 on base in the first inning. Good grief. And Nat Lundeen here in the second at the plate. Tigers had 1 runner for Chatfield in the bottom of the first, and Maddox Hill got a strikeout to end the inning. So no score in the second. That is highly frustrating. We are sorry, Tiger fans. We didn't see that there was no audio coming through on our YouTube stream. Jeez. The whole time.
So 3-1 now.
We've said a lot of cool things. That's all I'll say, right, Dylan?
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty cool guys. We said some cool things. Good grief.
So I was in there for a strike. 3-2 to Lundeen. 1 out, nobody on. Scoreless game, top of the second. It'll be Coolidge on the mound for Chatfield. 3-2 is fouled away by Lundeen. She'll stay alive. Coolidge had a lot of full counts in that first inning, just got out of it unscathed, luckily for Chatfield. But another 3-2 to Lundeen is low, ball 4. That was a good eye by Lundeen, didn't miss by much. And the Tigers have 1 on and 1 out, and now Aaron Young had a home run yesterday. First pitch from Coolidge is in there for strike 1.
Tiger fans, we are really sorry about the audio issue. We just missed it. A lot going on here. Blew it for you.
0-1 is fouled away. Not bad contact though, and 0-2 now for Aaron Young. Coolidge, the 0-2. Upstairs, ball 1.
We've seen, so last game, the Tigers saw a pitcher that just constantly peppered the strike zone. And this game, we've seen a pitcher that kind of nibbling a little bit. A lot more high ball counts so far, and we're only an inning and third in.
1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Of course, right on cue, there's a strikeout.
So that'll bring up Delosier for the Tigers.
Lyric, a slap hitter.
Runner on first, nobody out. Lyric will bunt, and that is a fair ball, and it's thrown away by the catcher. Rounding third and coming to a stop is Lundeen, and the Tigers have him on the corners with 2 outs.
Speed puts pressure on the defense, even if sometimes you don't get the best bunt. That didn't even leave the batter's box. It was just out in front of the plate in fair territory, and the catcher tried to fire it down the line. That is such a hard throw to make because you also got to kind of throw around the runner, and you have to be so precise in the window, and just threw it into the outfield.
So Megan Nelson now top of the order for the Tigers. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. First pitch to her is just off the plate for a ball.
What in the heck is going on?
So 1-0 to Nelson. Runners on first and third for the Tigers here. That is just off the plate again. Chatfield fans wanted that one, but just a little bit outside. And now hitters count for Nelson. Scoreless game, top of the second. The 2-0 right down Broadway for strike 1.
First inning, when she was up, we said Megan Nelson kind of personifies grit for this team. Of course, no one heard that, but we can say that again. You know, we can say anything we've said again, so
Yeah.
all that good stuff we said, we can bring that back up.
2-1 to Nelson. Swung on, fouled away. Back behind us. 2-2 now. Coolidge doing a good job of getting into 2-strike counts. But a couple walks so far in this game. But still scoreless for the Chargers.
Deuce is wild.
Yep. 2-2, 2 outs, top of the second, 2 runners on. Did she go? Runners going first and third, and Delosier is held up. Run will score from third. Nat Lundeen, great heads-up base running. Delosier is thrown out between first and second, but the Tigers get one, and that'll do it for the top of the second. Confusing little play there. We will take a break, and we will go to the bottom of the second.
You are watching the ETN.
Make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
You know that feeling you get when your life is about to change? It's terrible.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Tigers, they lead it 1-0, bottom of the second.
Yeah, a sneaky run. At first I was like, what is Lyric doing running? But Chatfield just kind of ignored the runner from third, and that's an easy run to get. So a heady play there from the Tiger staff to just kind of manufacture run, and on top of that, you get Megan Nelson to lead it off next inning.
So Hull will deal to the 5-hole Dolphins. First pitch is low for ball 1. 1-0, swung on, low ground ball to Osborne at short. She throws it across in time for out number 1. So 1 out, nobody on. Bring up the 6-hole Kylie Breckford.
Addie not feeling her best, but just looking sharp, like a pro on that grounder.
First pitch to her is in the dirt. Might have slipped a little bit. It is getting hot. It's noticeably hot. Maybe a little bit of sweat on the palms there. But
noticeably hot. Tigers wearing black. Chatfield wearing white. Hopefully that doesn't add to the. Probably not in a game like this. You're not thinking about that.
1-0 is low, ball 2. Hitters count now for Breckford. Chatfield got the leadoff runner on, and then fielder's choice, and then a stolen base, and had a runner on third with 2 outs, but were unable to score in the bottom of the first as the 2-0 is outside for ball 3. Taken all the way was Breckford. That's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, we didn't see a ton of high ball counts from Maddox last game. Couple walks issued, but did a pretty good job.
3-1 is in the dirt, ball 4. Chatfield gets their second runner of the game in Kylie Breckford. That'll bring up the 7-hole hitter for Chatfield. It'll be Coolidge, the pitcher for Chatfield, with 1 on and 1 out here, bottom of the second.
Yeah, about a 390 hitter is Coolidge.
There's a ground ball to Grishis. She has to go to first. She'll flip it over in time. Runner advances to second. Ball was moving away from second base, so never really a chance for Gabby to go that way. So she took the easy play, and Tigers have 2 outs, runner on second.
Yeah, and solidly done by Gabby. She has been about as good as you can be on both at the dish and in the field today between the semi and the start of this game.
So it'll be Miller, the 8-hole hitter for Chatfield, the designated player. First pitch is in there for strike 1.
We mentioned that Chatfield has not lost since September 11th of this fall season. So it's been a long time, over a month, where they haven't tasted defeat.
So 0-1 is just off the plate for ball 1. Didn't miss by much, but I think it was just a little bit off the plate. One from Maddox. Off the plate, ball 2. Two and 1 now. Fouled away. Way ahead of that was Miller. 2-2. Deuces Wild once again.
Got to be 2 on for Deuces Wild.
I guess. A lot of 2s on that scoreboard.
Hey, this is a Vin Scully callback. So we do it Vin's way.
2-2 is just high, ball 3.
Just above the belt. I don't think Maddox will like that. That's a pretty tight zone. I don't know. I'm always in favor of making hitters swing the bat.
Didn't miss by much, but 3-2 now, 2 outs. Runner on second. That is just off the plate for ball 4. Maddox took her mask off. She thought it was strike 3 all the way.
Yeah, I need to be a little careful here if you're Maddox. Can't let your emotions get to you here. And the other thing is, you don't want to irk the umpire. Umpires are humans, okay? But the thing they don't like the most is when you argue balls and strikes. So just let it go, move on, stay in the present. Right now the present is you have a 0-0 count.
So it'll be the 9-hole hitter, Ailey Dodge. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Tigers, they lead it 1-0, bottom of the second. First pitch to Dodge is low for ball 1.
Out of that 9-hole, Dodge a 375 hitter. So this lineup is good top to bottom. That's a certain.
1-0 is in there for strike 1.
You know, you could argue, okay, you can't make an argument because they're in the state championship game. I was going to say, you look and you have some pretty good teams in that league, and Valor and Columbine. And
1-1 is chopped back to Maddox, has to quickly throw the first and is just in time. Great play by Maddox Toll, and the Tigers get out of the inning unscathed. They lead it 1-0. We'll go to the top of the third here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Fine, sure. But isn't it exciting? You may not know with certainty what lies ahead, but that's what makes life, well, life. And even when the scene in the rear view is hard to leave behind, take a deep breath, hold on tight, and remember, there's no better way to move than forward.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as we roll on to the top of the third inning here in this 5A state championship. And it will be Megan Nelson to lead things off here for the Erie Tigers. Trying to capture a baker's dozen, and I'll stop saying we said this already because no one knows that. We wanted to say that the Tigers have taken a bunch of crowns in 3A, few in 4A, as that one is tagged back up the middle. Good backhand play, fired across the diamond in time. And a good play defensively there for Chatfield.
Yeah, good job keeping the head down and then quickly getting the head back up and throwing a bullet across the diamond. Was the shortstop for Chatfield, and Megan Nelson quickly retired.
Anyways, trying to get that 5A title. Tigers more than double the next closest team in terms of state championships. So can truly stake a claim if you win this one that you are the premier softball program in the history of this state. I think you can kind of make that claim anyways, but this just cements that. That one fouled out of play. 1-1 the count here to Gabby Gricius, who has been the grittiest the hottest hitter here in this championship Saturday. She 4 for 4 last game, started off this game 1 for 1 here with the single and a hard hit single right up the middle off the first pitch in her last at bat. So you got to be careful pitching to her, because even though she had 1 home run coming in, 2 last game, and we kind of called that. We just kind of saw it building toward that moment for Gabby. Delivery from Gabby, or to Gabby, is poked at foul, and they're not giving her a whole lot to hit right now. 2-2 the count with 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the third. Grishus up, Osborne on deck. Osborne looking for her first hit today. Weirdly walked, she swung and missed and then was awarded a walk on an illegal pitch. This one hit right at the second baseman for the second out of the inning.
And another hard hit ball by Grishus. Just unfortunately right at the second baseman for Chatfield. A good play by her. And it brings up dangerous Addie Osborne.
So Osborne will settle in as Coolidge will deal the first pitch to her. And Osborne pulled this one into left field and dropped it in front of the left fielder for a 2-out single.
Yeah, and a good job by Addie to stay back on that off-speed pitch and just place that ball right where she wanted to, and the Tigers finally get a hit from their star shortstop.
And Addie has been fed a diet of off-speed pitches. Finally waited on one and made it happen. Now Renee Leskowski will dig in. That one high and away for ball 1 to Renee. Renee went 3 for 4 last game. Flew out to right field, her first time up today. Kind of a sneaky 3 for 4.
Yeah, a lot of soft hit balls in that last game for Renee.
Delivery, swing and a miss for Renee. See, she can't square one up.
Her 1 out, though, last game was a loud out all the way to the warning track, or what you would call the warning track in baseball, for a fly out.
Delivery, this one ripped but foul. A little bit late on that one was Leskowski. Now count has a couple strikes. Runner on, 2 outs here for the Tigers in the top of the third. The away team wearing their black jerseys with orange socks. Chatfield all whites with maroon socks. Charger pitcher Coolidge will wheel, fire, and this one is hit down the line over the glove of the first baseman, but foul is the call.
It was close.
Yeah, it was close because the first baseman was on the fair side of the bag and it jumped over her. It almost touched her, and then it landed on the foul side, I think, on the other side. Close.
Yeah, hard call to make.
1-2 pitch again, and that one strike 3 looking for Leskowski. That'll do it here in the third. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hi there, I'm Charlie Meyer with the Erie Tiger Network, and I'm here to let you know that we have a Patreon page. I'm not going to use all kinds of flavorful speech to convince you to join it. However, I will say this. Erie Tiger Network is a super cool class that provides great opportunities for both student athletes and aspiring broadcasters behind the camera. I mean, look at me. I get to film a commercial in front of an empty football field. Yes, sir, this is the life. So please, head to patreon.com/Erie Tiger Network to help support us today.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, Dylan Richardson here with you on a scalding Saturday for an October day, that is.
It's always hot this weekend.
Yeah, the weather always seems to cooperate with state softball, that is for sure. Halloween, maybe not always so much, but state softball, man, it seems like you can always count on a good weather day. Better weather than we had for state golf this year. Goodness. All right, leading off the inning, we're back to the top of the order. Kendall Holloway, she singled her last time up and then was out on a fielder's choice. 1-0 Tigers lead it as that one upstairs for a ball so quickly. 2-0 here to Holloway. Holloway, Burgess, Hinshaw here in the inning for Chatfield. Delivery, swung on and fouled back toward the backstop. 78 degrees in October.
It was warmer yesterday. Not fun to run in.
Tell you what, though, we were on the other side. We were protected by the scoring house behind us. Delivery, that one tapped back to Hull onto first, and the first out of the inning is easily secured there by Laskowski. And that'll bring up Ava Burgess, who grounded out to Sydney Snook her last time up. Last game, Maddox Hull gave up a leadoff single and then proceeded to retire, what, it was like 12, 11 straight or something. And she has walked 2 girls, but she hasn't given up a hit since Kendall Holloway. That's probably, I probably shouldn't say that.
No. Probably shouldn't.
0-1 pitch. Swung on and tapped to right. Good jump is EY, and she closes it for the second out.
Yeah, good read by Young out in right field. And Maddox Hull has maybe found her groove a little bit. Got a little bit flustered in that bottom of the second, but has definitely found the strike zone more here in the bottom of the third.
2 outs, nobody on here for Aubrey Henshaw. As she'll take a look at strike 1 that touches the outer corner. Henshaw, a lefty. A lot more lefties in this Chatfield lineup than we've seen throughout the state tournament from the Tiger opponents. Pitch, fouled into the screen. Quickly 0-2. 1 hit, no runs for Chatfield through 2 2/3. Tigers have 2 hits and 1 run, but ironically their run came off the inning where they had no hits. That one in the dirt, didn't get her to chase, and Shaw able to lay off of that. 1-2 the count. Pitch. Upstairs a little high. Strike zone has certainly been lower than it has been higher this morning, and didn't. And I think Sackett is warming up down there, and well, the issue is that one of the Erie players isn't wearing head protection, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Interesting, the umpire to notice that in the middle of the at-bat. They appealed down to third. She did not go as Henshaw, and so now the count full at 3-2. Started her 0-2, 3 straight balls here from Maddox, trying to get the third out in a 1-2-3 inning. Delivery. Grounder to Osborne, cleanly fielded across the diamond in time for out number 3. So the Tigers get Chatfield to go 1-2-3. We'll head to the 4th. It's a 1-0 game here on the Erie Tiger Network.
We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
back in Erie Tiger Network. Tigers, they lead it 1-0, top of the fourth. And it'll be Kelsey O'Dowd to lead it off here in the Tigers' fourth. Kelsey she grounded out her first at-bat. And the first pitch to her is in there for strike one.
Our audio only. Thank you, Nathan Standish, a Erie Tiger Network student.
There's a little tapper to first, bobbled a little bit, but picked up in time to get O'Dowd out. Stung her a little bit. So that'll bring up Sydney Snook. She grounded out her last time up here, top of the fourth. First pitch to Sydney is inside for ball one. So the 1-0 from Coolidge. Swung on, ground ball picked cleanly by the shortstop, throws it across in time to get Snook. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Tigers, number 10, Madeline Lundeen.
Both teams, their hitters, you know, they just seem slightly, ever so slightly tight at the plate here.
Not surprising, considering for some of them this is maybe the biggest game of their career so far. That'll bring up Nat Lundeen, the designated player for the Tigers. First pitch to her is upstairs for ball one. Nat walked and scored her first time up. Two outs, nobody on for the Tigers. The 1-0 to Lundeen is in there for strike one.
And that scored on a very unusual way to score. You had a rundown with Lyric on first, and she just crossed right before they tagged Lyric, and Lyric did a good job. She stopped and waited at one point to try and be tagged, so clearly part of the Tigers playbook there.
1-1 to Lundeen outside and upstairs for ball two.
Lundeen's bat has been pretty quiet here this weekend, so look for her to maybe kind of try and shake out of a slump here by gathering a hit. That'd feel good for her.
2-1, nobody out. Or she's 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 is low, back to the max stop, ball three.
Nat did have 2 hits, I should say, in that win over Grandview yesterday. She went 1 for 3 against Mountain Vista, 0 for 2 against Fruita Monument.
So hitters count now for Lundeen, 3-1. 2 outs, nobody on for the Tigers. 3-1 is in the dirt, and Lundeen will reach for the first time, for the second time in this game. That'll bring up right fielder Aaron Young.
See if they can score her again. Young struck out her last time up. We already mentioned last game, Aaron Young. Home run yesterday that really got the Tigers offense started.
First pitch to her is in there for strike one.
Tigers only 2 hits so far in this game.
Oh, 1 to Young, swung on and missed.
That almost looked like a pitch that Young kind of decided before it even left the pitcher's hands that I'm going to swing at this one.
So 0-2, runner on first, 2 outs. Tigers, they lead it 1-0 in the top of the fourth. It'll be Coolidge Deal swing and a miss, strike three. And the Tigers are retired here in the top of the fourth. We'll go to the bottom. Tigers, they lead it 1-0 here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest.
Hey, Vern.
Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Ginny Hulse in Erie today.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Tigers, they lead it 1-0, going to the Chatfield fourth, bottom of the fourth here. And it'll be the cleanup hitter, Clara Van Buge, for the Chargers. And
They call her the cleanup hitter because she cleans the top of the dugout with her head.
yeah, she's a lot taller than everybody else out there.
My goodness.
First
Could have
pitch-
played volleyball.
Yeah, first pitch to her is outside for ball one. Maybe she does both. And that's a line drive down to right field. Young's going to try to throw out her first, not in time. And the Chargers have the leadoff runner aboard here in the fourth.
Second hit of the day for the Chargers. Both have been leadoff hits to start an inning. Young tried to pull the old Larry Walker play, just at one hop into her. She pulled up at the right time. She wasn't going to get that, and you're in danger when you get too close of having that roll past you to the wall.
So it'll be Lexi Balfins. First pitch to her is in there for strike one.
Finn's the catcher here for this Chatfield team. No double plays today.
First pitch the 0-1 is in there for strike two.
You know, you have not seen a hitter other than Addie Osborne in these last couple games really pull the ball. And we used to see Coach Simmons, as he's now at UNC. As that one's over. Oh, go ahead.
Over the head of Aaron Young in right field. And Van Bush is going to hold up at third. And Chatfield has two runners in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth.
We're just going to say as that was hit toward opposite way. You used to see Coach Simmons, who's now an assistant coach at UNC, talked to him a little bit before the game. Used to see him shift his outfield toward opposite way. It felt like high schoolers did not turn on the ball well, and that's one of those where another ball hit toward opposite way.
Yeah, and Young didn't get a great read on that one. I think she came in a couple of steps before she realized it was going to go over her head, and it rolled all the way to the wall. And now Maddox Hull has to try to get herself out of a jam.
Tigers, a meeting of the minds here. You know, I kind of feel like this is where Maddox Hull is at her best. I always feel like Gracie Sackett pitches really well and when she's comfortable with the lead, and Hull does really well in jam-like situations.
First pitch to Breckford is just low for ball one. Breckford walked in her last plate appearance. So second and third, nobody out for Chatfield. They trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, nobody out, and you never get a break in this lineup. I mean, it seems like every player in this lineup for Chatfield hitting 400 or better.
Yeah, so 2-0 now to Breckford. That is just inside for ball 3. And if you're Breckford, I'd be taken all the way here on 3-0.
Tigers might be willing to load them up here, make the force at home a little easier.
She was taking 3-1 now. Maddox trying to get herself back into this at bat. So hitters count 3-1 to Breckford. Is low, ball 4. And the bases are loaded with nobody out for Chatfield. And the pitcher, Carly Coolidge, coming up, hoping to give herself a little bit of a cushion in the circle. And Coach Echohawk is going to come out and talk about this with Maddox.
Yeah, got to settle down here. The Tigers were in a similar situation yesterday. Bases loaded, no outs. They only got 1 run out of it. So, you know, if you're Chatfield, this is your door, your window of opportunity. You need to take advantage because you've been shut out so far. And if you don't take advantage in these moments, the other team will.
Yep, so the 7-hole hitter and pitcher, Carly Coolidge, will come up. She hit into a fielder's choice her first time up. And the bases are loaded with nobody out here for Chatfield. First pitch is grounded right back to Maddox, and she'll throw it into the ground, and that 1 run will score, and here comes the 2nd run, and Chatfield will take the lead on the throwing error by Maddox Hull.
That was just a product of rushing it because of where the play was. You know, it was hit so hard, and Maddox did a good job catching it. It's an easy throw. You just have to compose yourself, and she spiked it coming right into home plate.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Tigers as Coolidge will be pinch ran for out at second.
And part of the rush may be, hey, there could be a double play here. And I know that Megan had body language like she was ready to go to first. That's one of those, let's just get the out at home. Let's cut the lead runner. You get one out, and all of a sudden you feel like you can breathe a little. Instead, now you find yourself trailing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, so runners on 2nd and 3rd for Chatfield. Still nobody out. They have 2 runs in. They lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Crooked number 4, Maddox Hull.
Chatfield a flair for the dramatic. A close game to Fossil, 1-run win. Their quarterfinal game in extra innings, a win against Valor.
So it'll be Charlotte Miller. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. So 1-0, swung on, lined foul over the third base coach's head. 1-1, way ahead of that was Miller.
Yeah, way ahead, but tell you what, she gave that one a rip. She's a 405 hitter out of the 8-hole, and that's what I mean. You can't take a break. You have to be good against every batter in this lineup.
1-1, grounded to third. It goes under the glove of Sydney Snook, and 1 run will score. And last game, the Tigers didn't make many mistakes defensively, and that is what has cost them so far this game.
Shoot, they have been really good defensively, and back-to-back errors now. Sometimes errors breed more errors. You see one happen, you start to get nervous and tight. Sydney never put her glove all the way to the ground. She kind of maybe was expecting that to bounce up.
Yeah, so 3-1 now is the score. Still nobody out. Runners on the corners for Chatfield. And showing bunt is the 9-hole hitter, Ailey Dodge, and it comes back to the screen.
There again is another bunt that can't be squared up against Maddox Hull. It's almost like clockwork.
So might see the runner on first break for second here, see if Chatfield can get a run the way the Tigers did. And there she goes. Throw down will be cut off by Gricius before it gets to second base, and that's a stolen base by Charlotte Miller. That was a prevention play probably designed by the Tigers, where Gricius just came 10 feet in front of second base to cut that off just in case the runner was going home. And so second and third once again, showing bunt is dodged. It's the suicide squeeze. It's coming home, and she is safe at home.
Tell you what, that was a heck of a play by Hull. That made it closer than it should have been. That was a perfectly placed bunt, and Hull tried to get the runner at home. And so in one scoop, she shoveled it from her glove right to Nelson. Unfortunately, that was a great jump off a great bunt. And, well, all of a sudden a crooked number up there.
4-1 now is the score. All four coming in this inning. And still nobody out for the Tigers.
Scoreboard still showing 3-1. We'll take that. Okay, there it goes. Whoo boy, this is, you can't win an inning or the game in one inning, but the Tigers have got to find a way to make sure that they're not going to lose it. Addie Osborne thought she got a tag on a runner.
Yeah, and didn't miss by much, obviously. Osborne definitely thought she got it. Sorry about that. As Dodge steals second. And second and third, once again, nobody out. And top of the order, it's Kendall Holloway. Swung on, line drive into the right center field gap. That'll go to the wall. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and Holloway is into second with a 2 RBI double. And that'll be it for Maddox Hull in this game.
Maddox telling Gracie as she comes in that they're not giving any high strikes. And so Gracie will take over here. That's one of those things where you can tell the walk really bothered Maddox, and then that was compounded with an error. Now the Tigers, it's not a 5-run hole. It feels like a bottomless pit right now. Until you get that first out of the inning, it just feels like it's never going to end.
Yeah, and 5 straight have come in to score for Chatfield. There's a single, double, walk, throwing error for 2 runs, and then a ground ball going beneath the third baseman's glove for another run, and then another single, and then a double for Chatfield, and there are still no outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
The only thing I'll say is that, all it takes is a little bit of confidence when you're a teenager. So you just got to find a way to keep battling and re-grab momentum.
So Sackett will come in to pitch for Hull. Tigers, they trail it 6-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on second, nobody out. And Ava Burgess will take ball 1.
Not sure where that missed.
Must have been low.
I think I was drifting off. I missed that, I guess. I thought that was right down the pipe.
Another pitch low for Sackett, and 2-0 to Burgess.
We saw Gracie in relief do this last game where she came in through 4 straight balls before kind of shutting things down.
There's another one, Orion. 3-0 now to Burgess.
Well, this is a senior-loaded team for the Tigers, so I don't think you've heard from the end of it yet.
So a 4-pitch walk to Burgess, and first and second, nobody out for Chatfield here in the bottom of the 4th.
You know, the conventional wisdom is you just saw a walk, so you're going to take on 4 pitches, so you're going to take the first pitch. If I'm the Chatfield coach, I think you're going to see a pitch come right down the middle of the plate. I think you want Henshaw, your best hitter, swinging away.
That is just high for ball 1, and the Tigers struggling to find the strike zone all of a sudden.
Well, you got to have Gracie come in, and she's got to get a strike to just settle the nerves, get into the flow of this game.
As that's fouled away by Henshaw, and first strike of the game for Sackett. So 1-1, runners on first and second, nobody out. Swung on, fouled back to the screen, 1-2.
Ninth hitter in the inning here, so they'll have Van Buge back up again unless you get a triple play.
So the 1-2 is just outside, ball 2. Sackett. The 2-2 to Henshaw. Swung on right back to Sackett, and she goes to third with it, and the Tigers get their first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Van Buge, who started off this inning with a hard hit single to right field. 1 out, runners still on first and second. First pitch is in there for strike 1.
Megan Nelson manufacturing a strike with the framing of that. That was just off the plate, but you know, you catch it with the end of your glove as a righty with that left hand off the outside. Most of your gloves over the plate, where the ball pass might not have been, but that's how you got to frame it.
The 0-1 was fouled away, and 0-2 is the count now with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Oh-2 is just low for ball 1. Great take there by Van Buge on that off speed.
How do you take that pitch when down 0-2?
1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That was a much needed strikeout for Sackett. And 2 outs now for Lexi Balfons.
She's had the hardest hit ball this game all the way to the wall. That double earlier this inning.
First pitch to her is right down Broadway for strike 1. Runners on first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 6 runs in for Chatfield in this inning. 0-1 swing and a miss, strike 2. Sackett gets the sign, and the 0-2 just high for ball 1.
Our scoreboard balls, strikes, and outs operators falling asleep.
0-2 high fly ball, kind of going to no man's land. Coming in as in Young, and it's going to drop, and another run is going to score. But out at second is Belfons. But the Chargers get 7 in the bottom of the 4th. And the Tigers got some work to do. We'll go to the top of the 5th. here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program and to get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, top of the 5th inning, and the Tigers now are staring a pretty large deficit in the face, a 6-run deficit after surrendering 7 in the top of the 5th. And oh boy, that is no bueno, Dylan.
Yeah, if you're the Tigers, you need to stay focused. You still have 9 outs to work with to get your 6 runs, so that's 2 runs an inning, and you scored 7 runs against Fruita Monument, so it's not impossible. You just need to manufacture a rally.
Tigers did come back yesterday, but not quite the same circumstances. DeLozier will take a look at a pitch outside. I thought it was. Was that called a strike? Okay. The scoreboard operator's completely fallen asleep, so no assist there. This one slapped to third, handled after a little bobble, and DeLozier's out. That'll bring Megan Nelson to the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the day, as she struck out and grounded short. And you need the Tiger bats to wake up here.
Just need a lucky break to maybe get a little bit of momentum if you're the Tigers here.
And you need them to wake up, I think, now, because, man, you're down 6 runs. You don't want to have only 6 outs in your pocket. You want to start the rally now. You don't need all 6. 1, 2 runs. Just get a little bit of confidence and swagger back. Now all of a sudden the outside strike is prevalently called, Dylan. And it was kind of called last inning, too, for the Tigers. It just out of nowhere. Delivery. And that one off the plate, and not too much further than the last one was. Tiger bench trying to spur Nelson in, and it turns on this, rips it over the head of the left fielder into the wall. Nelson will round the bag at first, and she will stand up going into second. A stand-up, 1-out double for Megan Nelson, and that ball was tattooed.
That is exactly what the Tigers needed to just get a little sliver of momentum back on their side. That was smashed over the left fielder's head, and Gabby Gricius needs to get back to where she was in that semifinal game.
That was one of those that was hit directly at the left fielder, and she kind of froze and then realized that, oh, this might be going over. Hit right back up the middle, cut off by the second baseman onto first for the out, and so Gricius is the second out on the 4-3 putout. Nelson moves to second. So Addie Osborne will come to the plate. 1 for 1 in this one, a walk and a single that she pulled out into left her last time up.
And if you're Chatfield and you get behind at the count here, maybe consider putting Osborne on.
Way off the plate. Oh, how do you call that? Good Lord. She set up, I mean, that was a foot off the plate. And we've been sitting here, we talked about how great that umpire was last game. That was a terrible call. Good grief. 0-1. This one is belted foul. When rains it pours, Dylan.
Yep.
0-2 now to Addie Osborne with a giant strike zone all of a sudden. Coolidge will deliver high and call the ball. Somehow, some way, can you get one home if you're the Tigers? Bonus if you could get more. But down to their last strike of the inning. Delivery, that was high and away. Now 2-2.
And if you're Osborne, it could just take one swing to get yourself back in that rhythm that you were in the regular season.
That you were in yesterday, heck.
Even yesterday, yeah.
2-2 way upstairs. You said don't really give her much, and that's kind of what's happened. You saw one strike kind of generously awarded. Really, that should have been ball 4. So full count with 2 outs, a runner on third here for the Tigers in the top of the 5th. As Coolidge has been cruising here through this one. This one, an off-speed pitch that's pulled into the outfield past the third baseman. A run will score, and Addie Osborne an RBI single.
And that was just fought off by Osborne. Not supremely well hit, but just got through the third baseman, and the Tigers get a much-needed run.
Well, shoot, usually off the bat of Addie Osborne, you see it with exit velocity that could leave the atmosphere. That was a roller.
Kind of rolled over on it, but.
Laskowski, the hitter now, will take a look at a first pitch, and that's way off the plate. The catcher is literally, her left leg is set up on that right side of the plate, and it's right in the middle of her body, but that is way off. So that time it was called a ball.
Oh, first base umpire almost got one to the head there.
Ooh. We've seen a couple buzz in on us for sure.
I almost died.
Dylan almost gave his life for this broadcast. Pitch into Laskowski, that one is fouled off.
That caught a lot of plate.
Yeah, I've not seen Laskowski turn on one. She's been a touch late today. She's collected 3 hits on the day. Hasn't ripped one into that gap. And the Tigers would love to just continue extending the inning, making the pitcher work, getting more looks at the plate. Pitch high and away. And right now, that's kind of the miss right now for Coolidge, is that ball kind of slipping up high and away.
Maybe trying to overthrow it a little bit and missing that release timing a little bit.
2-1 the count, 2 outs. Osborne, the runner, at first. Delivery, this one's fouled also, and toward the backstop. Tigers have answered with at least a run here. That was a must answer situation, even if it's one. If the Tigers get out, they had to get something back. The pitch to Renee. Oh, that was off speed, and Renee hesitated and swung over the top of it. She's frustrated with herself because that was a hanging off-speed pitch. That'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Chatfield leads it 7-2. Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. By the way, Aaron Young has been replaced by Avery Gilbert here in the bottom of the fifth defensively. So Kylie Beckfing for the Tigers. Sackett delivers. Tagged up the middle. Good job by Gricius, and a solid play once again by Gabby.
That's the type of play the Tigers just need to be confident with, not overthink it, and just get the outs.
If I recall, I remember a pitching error in the state championship game the Tigers won back in 2019, but I don't know. Getting old, a lot of games called at this point. Sackett delivers. This one fouled back into the backstop by Carly Coolidge, and she was that error that reached that scored 2 runs. Bases were loaded, no one out. It was hit right back to Hull, and Hull spiked it coming in. They even had thoughts of a double play at that point. Off-speed pitch drops in nicely there from Gracie, and count at 0-2.
I really like the confidence Sackett is showing.
Sackett delivers. This one is hit on a rope out toward left in the gap. That's going to be cut off in left and hucked in. And we might have a new, was that Lyric out there? I can't quite tell, but a 1-out single either way.
Yeah, and that was a off-speed pitch that just caught a little bit too much of the plate. And Coolidge did a good job getting around on it and just smack it into that left center gap.
Pinch runner for Chatfield. Looks like it is Rayanne Goodwin.
I think it's a courtesy runner because, yeah, that's the pitcher.
Yeah, gotcha. Charlotte Miller also reached on error by Snook and then stole a base and scored. Also walked, so she's been on base both times today. Sackett peers at the armband, delivers an outside just off the plate strike. That's now part of the strike zone.
As long as it goes both ways.
Well, the one to Addie was a shame, but didn't cause any damage. Laskowski will field the soft roller to her and step on the bag for the second out.
I'm surprised she didn't think about second there. It got to her pretty quickly, but smart play to just get the out.
So Allie Dodge comes to the plate. 2 outs, 1 on in scoring position. And that's another moment where you're the Tigers. You have a runner in scoring position. You have to slam the door. 7 run, as this one is flared down the line but twisting foul. You have 7 runs on the board for Chatfield. I think if Erie has any shot at winning this game, it's that Chatfield still has 7 runs on the board by the end of this game.
I agree. Tigers really need to pitch a shutout for these last 3 innings.
Pitch at the knees, just missed, I suppose, a little low. That looks from Dylan. Looks of confusion. I don't know. 1-1 to count. We're also maybe a little sour grapes on the Erie Tiger Network. We're not handling this deficit well. Flared out to right. Gilbert will come in, and she will make the 3rd out. So the Tigers get through unscathed in that inning. We'll head to the 6th on the Erie Tiger Network.
Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
We are strong and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you?
Same pitcher.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Tigers, they trail at 7-2. 6 outs remaining for Chatfield to get their state championship here in 2023, but Tigers trying to do something to stop that from happening. It will be Kelsey O'Dowd to lead off here for the Tigers. She grounded out to first, her first time up.
Chatfield determined to make the Erie Tiger Network.
O'Dowd, excuse me, grounded out to second and then grounded out to first. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Tigers just need a couple more runs here in this inning, give themselves at least a chance in the 7th. First pitch to her is way outside for ball 1.
If you do mount to come back, you got to have your 5, 6, 7, 8 hole hitters kind of help mount that charge. Just like we saw from Chatfield, that's where they got their first 2 runners aboard in the 4th inning. They got a single from their 4-5 and then a walk from their 6-hole hitter. So that's where you got to kind of mount charges sometimes.
2-0 to O'Dowd. Swung on, little tapper to shortstop. Had to wait on it, was the shortstop for Chatfield, but she throws it across just in time, and O'Dowd is retired.
Kelsey frustrated with herself for rolling over the top of that one.
So 1 out, nobody on for the Tigers. Sydney Snook, she's 0 for 2. 2 ground outs to short so far in this one. Coolidge. Deep.
Tigers only 4 total hits in this game so far, and 2 are from Maddie Osborne. So the 5 through 9 hitters have not produced for the Tigers.
As the 1-0 was fouled away for strike 1. So 1 out, 1-1 to Snook. Just off the plate for ball 2.
The Tigers 4 through 9 hitters, 0 for 11 in this game.
There's a fly ball. It's going to go it's going to land just near the fence foul. Down the right field line. And it's 2-2 now to Sydney Snook.
Chatfield, by the way, 7 runs off 6 hits, but 5 hits coming in 1 inning. They've been pretty quiet the rest of the game. Sometimes that's all it takes, though.
Yep. So the 2-2 from Coolidge. Low and away, ball 3. A lot of full counts we've seen in this game. Tigers just haven't been consistently getting on base from full counts.
Shoot, they've been better today from behind in the count.
3-2. Swung on, foul down the left field line.
Coach Echo Hawk did not make that play going to her backhand.
So good battle here between Coolidge and Snook. Tigers, they trail it 7-2 in the top of the 6th. 3-2, 1 out. And the pitch. Just a little excuse me hit foul by Snook.
She was way out in front of that and somehow just paused the hands and let the ball hit the bat, which was already angled toward the third base dugout.
So we'll do it one more time. The 3-2. High for ball 4, and the Tigers get a runner aboard here in the top of the 6th. Great at bat from Sydney Snook.
Well, Nat Lundeen, a senior who has seen, she's probably seen 15 pitches so far this game, 2 walks.
Yeah, 2 walks for Lundeen. Tigers would not dislike another one. First pitch to her is in there for strike 1.
Yeah, that was a fastball up over the middle. That one, you're not going to get many of those.
No, you will not. On deck is Avery Gilbert, who subbed in for Aaron Young last inning. 0-1 is in there for strike 2. So quickly in a hole now is Nat Lundeen. Runner on first, 1 out for the Tigers.
Yeah, and good sequence from Chatfield. Hard and in, soft and away. That's so hard to adjust to.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
And I didn't see the swing.
Kind of a little try to get a bat on ball swing there from Lundeen. Couldn't quite. And 2 outs now for Avery Gilbert.
Another senior that you need to come through. You got that runner on. You don't want to just have 3 outs to play with, like we said. Just 1 more, and then all of a sudden, you know, when you're down 4 runs instead of 5 runs, there's a scenario in which 1 swing ties up the game.
First pitch to Gilbert was in there for strike 1. A 1. Swing and a miss.
Four through 9 hitters. Still, what, 0 for 12 now? Got to find a hit out of one of those spots.
0-2. Upstairs, ball 1. And on deck now is Molly Nelson if Gilbert can reach. 1-2. Swung on, fouled away into the screen. It goes right into the sun when it's hit over there. And Gilbert stays alive. So the 1-2, did she go? I don't think she did. No, she did not.
Yeah, she wanted to go. She wound up, and then she just never really even swung. It was more like just, all right, I can't swing at that.
Good take there by Gilbert. 2-2.
Oh.
And great off-speed pitch called strike 3. And Tigers go down scoreless. We go to the bottom of the 6th here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
For the card-carrying fan, get your CU Visa debit card. so you can take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Avery Gilbert has moved to left. Molly Nelson is now in at right field. And the Tigers have 3 more outs on offense, but first got to face the heart of the Chatfield order as Holloway, the leadoff hitter, takes ball 1. One-0 is swung on and missed as Holloway is 2 for 3 with a single, double, and a ground out. 2 RBIs for the leadoff hitter for Chatfield. 1-1 is just off the plate. Ball 2. Two one. Good take there. Ball 3. So 3-1 from Sackett. Fouled away over towards the dugout for the Tigers. And 3-2 now. So 3-2. Fly ball, it's going to go out of play. So 3-2 now, once again from Sackett to Holloway. That is in the dirt for ball 4. And Chatfield has the leadoff runner on once again.
Well, I mean, hard to keep your focus when you're staring a 5-run deficit and you only have 3 outs in the face. So, got to find a way, though. Just have to be mentally grittier than your opponent.
Now batting number 10, Ava Burgess.
So, first pitch to Burgess is low for ball 1. 1-0 is high for ball 2. Didn't miss by much. Hitter's count now for Burgess. That is low and in, ball 3. Sackett has put herself in another hole here. 3-0. Taken all the way was Burgess, and it's in there for strike 1.
Some excitement on the fields behind us. Let's see if I can't get an update, because it sounds like some games that are a little closer at least have some more action than this one right now.
3-1 grounded to Gricius, and she'll go to second, and it is bobbled by Osborne, and everybody's safe.
That throw was outside the frame of Osborne, and that is the first mistake that we have seen Gabby make really in all weekend.
And I wonder if Gabby was thinking 2 possibly there. And just rushed the throw a little bit. And the 3rd error of the game for the Tigers.
Tigers have wanted that double play a little too much today. Just take the easy play. That's a tough throw for a second baseman. You got to open up your hips. And if the throw's tight, go to first. But in that situation, you had plenty of time to cut the lead runner. Just got to put it over the bag.
So Henshaw will be up. 2 runners on, nobody out. First pitch was in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Showing bunt and pulling back was Henshaw. Ball 1.
Shoot, Henshaw is the only player in this Chatfield team that hasn't joined the party. No hits, no runs for her in a game where the party where 7 of the 9 batters scored in 1 run. All right, 1 inning.
So 1-2 now to Hinshaw. Runners on first and second, nobody out. That is grounded through the hole for a base hit. Holding up at third will be Holloway, and once again, Chatfield has him loaded up.
Maybe I'll just shut my mouth from
And now
you have the best power hitter on the team coming up with the bases loaded.
Yeah, this is why they call her the cleanup hitter.
Dire outlook right now for the Tigers.
Yep. Tigers just need a lucky break if possible here. But right now, looking a little bit bleak if you're a Tigers fan. They trail it 7-2. Bases are loaded, nobody out. And Clara Van Buge at the plate. First pitch is in there for strike 1.
Infield playing in, so the play's going to be at the plate here for the Tigers. If it is hit to you, forget the double play. You just have to cut the lead. You just got to get the first out of the inning.
0-1. Fouled right back at my face. And that's the first one today. It's been right back here. And quickly ahead is Sackett, 0-2. Would love a hard hit ball right at somebody. 0-2. Little blooper. It's going to get through, and 1 run's going to score. Coming around is Burgess, and she's going to score. And going to third is Hinshaw. She's thrown out at third, but 2 runs scored, and Chatfield takes a 9-2 lead on the little ground ball base hit by Van Buge.
Molly Nelson needs to be a little sharper on that out in right. No one there. The Tigers would have had a double play had there been coverage on first base. Either way, the infield pulled in. That's a reason for the hit. Under most circumstances, I think Addie Osborne probably backhands that one.
So runner on first, 1 out. 2 runs are in for Chatfield. They lead at 9-2. And first pitch to Balfons is in there for strike 1. One is in there for strike 2. And
well, you can look at the Erie lineup and what's due, but the reality is they have to bat around the order. So regardless of who's due up, you got to get everyone to get a hit next inning. You're down 7 runs.
And Megan Nelson is asking Blue where that is. It's not missing by much low. 1-2 is low ball 2.
Chatfield has only struck out twice today, and both were Van Buge, who just had that 2 RBI single.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. And
make that 3 times.
Yep, 3. And it's a lot easier to get unforced errors if you put the ball in play. And that is how Chatfield has gotten most of their runs so far in this one. And I'll bring up Kylie Breckford. She's walked twice and scored 1 run.
Yeah, this is a situation where you have, maybe for the second time this game, more runs allowed than hits allowed.
Swing and a miss.
Depends. 2 hits this inning, but an error doesn't help.
So 1-1 now to Breckford. That's fouled back. And 1-2 now. So 2 outs, runner on first. 1-2 to Breckford. And as tapped, it's going to be through the hole. That's the third ball we've seen go between Osborne over there. But Osborne did get a glove on it, keep it in the infield, but either way, it's a base hit. Runners on first and second, 2 out. And now Coolidge will hit. She has been pretty good so far in this one. She started the scoring party in that bottom of the fourth with the hard hit ball back to Hull. And she swings and misses on the first one. And that is a little flare out to right field. Going back is Nelson, and is overhead to the wall. 1 run is going to score. Here comes one more. Grishas didn't quite see she was coming around third, and 2 runs will score on the 2 RBI double by Carly Coolidge.
Well, I don't know. I think it's only, is it only 9-2?
It's 11-2 now. But we have said it before that the Tigers seem dead in the water, and they've come back and surprised everybody. But right now, the body language is not there for the Tigers as Miller fouls away the first pitch.
It's too bad.
It really is.
That's why I always say losing the first round if you're not going to win it all. Hurts when it's this deep.
Ball 1 is high, ball 1. Scoreboard is...
The scoreboard operator has been the least valuable player of the game. No offense to whoever's operating it.
There's a towering pop fly. Capped under it is Osborne. She'll catch it, and Tigers, they got a monumental task ahead of them. They trail 11-2, 3 outs remaining. We'll go to the top of the 7th.
Sherry Bond is your hometown real estate expert who has passionately been helping people develop winning game plans for their home goals since 1994. Her offense and defense are bar none when it comes to negotiations. Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to seller service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, the top of the 7th. Last chance for the Tigers, and they have Molly Nelson coming to the plate for Lyric Delosier, and all that cheering you hear, all that good vibes, all that juju is coming from the Chatfield side. Tigers trying to amp up their team. Heck, if you're Erie, you just, at this point, have to get singles and stack them together and collect them like they're Pokemon. And the first pitch, a swing, and an out. Grounded to the second baseman, and now you're down to 2 outs. Tigers only 4 hits today, only 2 runs, and we already talked about this. Their Chatfield pitchers, they give up almost 4 runs a game, and the Tigers just have not hit the ball in the game where you need to hit it more than any game in your life. And maybe that's it. Maybe they thought too much about that, as they have not swung freely. We've seen a lot of check swings from the Tigers, a lot of half-hearted swings, just not real committed at the plate, kind of defensive. At this point, you're down to 2 outs. Just swing away. Oh, my gosh. A ball called a strike.
It's just good framing by the catcher.
Yeah, I mean, good job, catcher, but come on. It's pretty obvious. And we're real sour right now. It's true. I've become a bigger homer the longer I have been around this Erie community.
It is called the Erie Tiger Network.
Yes, that's true. Pitch into Nelson is low. Poor frame job took away maybe a potential 3rd strike. 2-2 the count here to Nelson. Nelson will roll this one to short, picked up high, and an error, and bouncing around toward the Tiger dugout. Coach Carpenter, saying that went into the dugout. That should be an extra base, and it is.
And now if you're the Tigers, you just need to not run yourself out of this inning. Give yourself at least a chance to score.
You hear the Charger parent kind of get on the Chargers. That's, a little more of that, because that type of pressure could make a team nervous. The umpire just gave the Chatfield coach a warning because he didn't like the call. And right away, Steve Carpenter saw that it kind of rattled around and touched in the dugout. And they awarded an extra base. And you're up, 9 runs. I don't know why you're that upset. Gabby Gricius will come to the plate, 1 for 3 in this one. She's also lined out and grounded to second. 3 pretty solidly tagged balls, though. And the home plate umpire making a mental note that this is a warning to the coach. Pitch into Gricius. She will tag this up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman in time. And the Tigers have 1 chip left in this, and Charger fans are on their feet because they have a whole lot of insurance to win this one. So Addie Osborne will come to the plate for perhaps the final time in a Tiger jersey. And she will rip one, and she will send, off the edge of the glove. That will roll into the wall. I thought that was number 20 there for a second. 1 scores, and they do send Addie to third. There is a rule. You never make the first or third out at third base. Addie was a little bit tight there, but easily in there with a triple. Thought that was gone. That actually was almost had a better chance of being caught. Now Renee Laskowski, who's 0 for 3 in this one, will come to the plate. I think Addie said, I will not be the last out this season. Pitch to Laskowski, swing and a miss, and it is now 0-2 to Renee. The 4 through 9 hitters today for the Tigers have been held hitless. They've earned 3 walks. There's been an error in there, so they've had 4 base runners, but they have been hitless in this game. This one will roll to second, and that'll do it. Chatfield is your 2023 5A softball state champions. Well, a sour note to an otherwise stellar season from the Erie Tigers. They will lose their 6th game, and in the most heartbreaking way possible, a state championship loss. We have seen a few of those here on the Erie Tiger Network. And we add one more to that record here today. Tough way to end the year, but Dylan, overall a good season and a great career for so many of the Tiger seniors.
Yeah, today was good first game. Tigers just made a couple of mental mistakes here that cost them, and a deserved win.
The final score 11-3 here. And quickly, this was the last game for the careers of so many of these seniors, and I thought we had a roster that showed years. I'll have to find a different one. I know Maddox Hull's a senior, Addie Osborne's a senior, Reagan Agnew's a senior, Megan Nelson, Nat Lundeen, Renee Laskowski, Molly Nelson is young. She's a junior. Right? Gracie Sackett, Avery Gilbert, and Gabby Gricius. That is a large amount of roster turnover that the Tigers will have next year. So we'll see. We'll meet a bunch of new faces, but congratulations to great careers for those senior Tigers out there giving high fives to each other one last time. That's going to do it for our state championship broadcast. Thank you for tuning in today. The final score 11-3 for